Welcome again to Joe Stunner Boxing. Mexico has yet another world champion because Adrian Curiel knocks flat SIVENATHI Nontshinga in the second round, only the second round of an IBF World Light Fly title bout. The champion was Nontshinga, much fancied Nontshinga. I mean, he was considered to be one of the world's, future superstars in the lighter weight divisions. Came in with 12 wins, 9 KOs, no defeats, no draws. 24 years old from South Africa. What can I tell you about this one? I mean, Adrian Curiel, same age, 24, from Mexico, never been out of Mexico in the past, has fought at flyweight and came in with 23 wins and only 4 KOs. 4 defeats, all on points and a draw. And bear in mind that this guy from Mexico, in 2019, he lost a 6-round majority decision to a guy with a 2-2 record. And since then, he's lost two other decisions, both over 10 rounds against much better opposition. But he did seem to be one of those guys who was sort of, going to be a gatekeeper type. But he'd been up at flyweight and boring himself down that few pounds, 4 pounds. He said in his post-fight interview, it made all the difference. I hit much, much harder. I'm used to fighting bigger men, hitting harder men, being hit by harder men. He kind of served his apprenticeship because he turned pro at 17. He served his apprenticeship in a higher division. And it kind of showed, Nontshinga, everyone was expecting him to just box, use lots of, mixed in the boxing skills, the slickness with the power. And, in the first round, Nontshinga, I think, controlled pretty much he controlled the round. Curiel was not intimidated. This was his first bout outside Mexico. This was in Monte Carlo on the undercard of the Cordina and Vasquez fight. But he didn't seem intimidated. These Mexicans very, very rarely do. He was coming forward. He was, clearly the slicker guy. The guy with the more speed was Nontshinga. But Curiel, timing kills speed, and Curiel did have that air of someone who thought, okay, it's a 12-round fight. I'm going to, work my way in, edge my way in, have a look in the first few rounds. And that's what he was doing. He said in the post-fight interview, that's what I was doing. I wasn't bothered. I was, the first round I gave to Nontshinga on speed and precision. But Curiel didn't do anything wrong, certainly didn't do anything wrong. In the second round, a minute in, again, it was more the same for the first minute. And in a minute and 10 seconds or whatever it was in, Nontshinga backs to the ropes, and over the top comes Curiel with a huge right hand, which catches Nontshinga sort of here, round about the temple. Down goes Nontshinga, flat on his back, ricochets off the bottom rope, I think. The referee, Sparkle Lee, said no more. She waved it off immediately, which is understandable. Nontshinga was conscious. He wasn't completely out. And in fact, about 30 seconds later, he was walking around the ring. But I don't blame the referee for stopping it, because Nontshinga did he raised his head up a bit, and then he just looked flattened. I mean, absolutely flattened. And he didn't complain. He was actually very gracious in defeat. But this is one of those knockouts that it's going to get the attention. And I don't know whether Matchroom will step in and offer Adrian Curiel a contract or not. I don't know. They could do worse than do that when you consider that they've got Bam Rodriguez and Sonny Edwards. I know they're at flyweight and Curiel's at light fly, but he'll probably step up to flyweight for the right pay packet, for the right opportunity. But you can build this kid up. This kid's good, and he does have that Mexican toughness. They all seem to, even if they're lacking in skills. And not that Curiel is lacking in skills. He's no slickster, but he's certainly not a novice anymore. I mean, he turned pro when he was 17. He looked very, very impressive. A good pressure fighter. I've seen him before a few times, and he looks. He does everything well, but nothing spectacular. He's one of those characters. But he's made a star of himself with this knockout. Nontshinga will have to come back. He's only 24. He can do so. But this is a bad knockout. It was one punch. It's not like he was outboxed or outfought, or he just got flattened. So he can come back. But the comeback begins for Nontshinga now. and heading for the stars is Mr. Adrian Curiel. Just shows you, when you look at those records, sometimes a lack of KO percentage can be deceptive, very deceptive. Hang your jaw out, because Nontshinga did seem to throw his own punch and step to the side without really looking, and then the punch came over and tagged him. I mean, you've got to be switched on for every second of every round. So did you see this fight? What did you think of it? Comments below. Subscribe to the channel if you're new, and hit the like button, of course, as always. Thank you for your time, and we will speak again soon. Let me know your thoughts on this one. Bye for now.